Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at some of the features on the Chart Tools tab up here. In particular on this one we're going to look at the Design tab. So we've already got our chart created, and the first thing I like to do when I create a chart is move it, and that's the rightmost option here on the tab. And we can move it to another sheet if we want to, but I think the best thing to do with these is put them on a new sheet. You can change the name if you want to, but we'll just leave it with the default. If you do that, the chart's quite a bit bigger, and so it's easier to work with. And also, if you choose to print the chart, when you put it on a separate sheet like this, it'll print on a page all by itself, and usually that looks a little bit better than a chart embedded on another worksheet too. So we'll move it to another worksheet here, and then we'll work with it. Let's take a look at some of the buttons here. We're on the Chart Tools and the Design tab. And if you create your chart and you realize that you want to change it to another type, you can click on this button here and change it to just about anything. We've got some other formats for a column chart here. This stacked column might be appropriate. You would have the red bar stacked on top of the blue bar. This one may not be appropriate for something like this. You could do a 3D chart if you wanted to. I'll click on that here and we'll take a look at it. And Excel always kind of tilts this away from you, and when you do a 3D chart, and I don't really like that look. You've got lots of other options here. You can make them cylinders or triangles or cones rather, or pyramids. But we'll go back to the original and click on OK, and now we're back to our original chart. We'll look at these two in a later video. Here is the chart layouts group. This is just a bunch of templates that add features to your chart for you. For example, this one, you can see it's got a title and it's got a legend. If I click on that, it just inserts a title up here on the top. This one puts numbers on the top, and we'll just go through them. They don't do a live preview. You have to actually click on it. Here's another one with no title. I think you probably want a title on everything. I don't know if you need that much data at the bottom, but that's an option. Layout 6. This one's not too bad, but it kind of messed with the legend here. Here's another one with some more lines. There's another one. And that one's probably my favorite one. It puts a title on each axis, it puts a title up here at the top, and it also has a legend over here on the side. So you can go over here, and instead of inserting items one at a time, if you have a favorite template, you can just pick it out and have Excel do the work for you. The only other option here is basically all of these chart styles, and most of these are not really very useful, and the reason I think that is because everything except column 2 here, the bar colors are all the same color. It's just varying shades of the same color, and that makes for a chart that's kind of hard to read. So I think what you want is you want to have different colors so it's easier to read the chart, and my personal favorite here happens to be style number 26. It's still a 2D chart, but it kind of gives it a little bit of a 3D effect here by kind of rounding the corners and making it look a little bit three-dimensional. So that's pretty much everything on the design chart except for these two things over here, and we'll come back and take a look at those in another video later on.